besonders. Wir haben uns heute vorgenommen, heute wollen wir erstmal im neuen Lager richtig gefunzt. Man muss halt auch. Jedenfalls habe ich mich dann dazu entschieden, doch wieder lieber live zu gehen. Bevor es losgeht, hole ich mir noch kurz so. Ich habe schon wieder den Bot vergessen. Mal gucken, ob das jetzt funktioniert, wie ich mir das vorstelle. Ava schläft, es ist nachts. Quasi. Das ist interessant insofern, dass ich gestern nämlich gar nicht gespeichert habe. Ja, das ist natürlich ein bisschen doof, ne? So, aber jetzt müsste das funktionieren. Zurück auf Kanal. Na. So passt das. Guti. So wie ich das sehe, habe ich Piers jetzt schon geholfen. Alles klar, das ist dann jetzt doch schon erledigt. Eigentlich hatte ich gestern gar nicht gespeichert. Das finde ich jetzt ein bisschen doof, weil dann jetzt wieder ein bisschen was fehlt. Aber na gut, das kann man jetzt nicht ändern. Tja, Autospeichern. Was will sie denn?
Oh, Arthur, it is good to see you.
You okay, Mary Beth?
Just great, but I nearly got killed back in town. They caught me robbing from a store and I ran for my life.
You weren't followed here.
Arthur Morgan, of course not. Who do you think you're speaking to?
Good girl.
Good girl. Er ist einfach ganz entspannt und will nur wissen, ob jemand vielleicht wissen könnte, wo das Lager jetzt ist. Alles andere interessiert unseren AFA gar nicht. Mich ehrlich gesagt auch nicht. Ich werde gleich mal zu Dings gehen, zu Angeln meine ich. Das ist Maika, der macht Five Finger Philipp, mit dem kann man offenbar auch sprechen, der hat vielleicht irgendeine, wer weiß, was er hat. Hier sitzt auf jeden Fall das halbe Dings am Lagerfeuer, das halbe Lager. Ich wollte zu schauen. Nee, eigentlich nicht. Ey, hier. Bill. Oh, Bill hat um Haarpomade gebeten und die hat er jetzt auch. Tja, gut. Wenn es hier nicht weitergeht, dann kann man wohl sagen, dass es woanders weitergeht. Du willst deine Hand verlieren, ja? Und ein paar Finger? Nee, lieber nicht. So, mit dem Geld sah es nicht mehr so gut aus, weil ich die Verbesserung jetzt doch gemacht habe und es wurde auch gespeichert. Na, dann ist ja gut. Wenn das so ist, würde ich sagen, Arthur legt sich erstmal schlafen. Bis zum nächsten Morgen zumindest. Gestern habe ich nicht mehr schlafen gelegt, weil ich selber auch nicht wirklich schlafen konnte. 8 Stunden ist noch fett okay. Gutes Nächtle. Der Staubmantel ist ganz schön staubig. Da liegt wieder neue Pomade für mich. Zigaretten. Nehmen kann ich nicht. War das doch keine Pomade?
Good morning, Arthur.
Rudi. Wer bist du?
So, what do you think of this place?
Seems fine for now. I know this area a little.
Is there anywhere you ain't been, Jose? Well, don't let me bother you.
All right, Arthur.
Er schnitzt erstmal eine Runde. Na gut, dann will ich mal zu Dutch gehen und gucken, was der für uns parat hat. Muss ja schließlich auch ein bisschen weitergehen. Der neue
How you
Süden.
doing, old friend? It's funny, us ending up down here. My daddy died in the field in Pennsylvania, fighting this lot. I ever tell you that?
Many times.
I see I'm boring you, Arthur.
Bisschen.
Worrying me. We lost men back there.
We have lofty goals, Arthur. We're trying to reform society to a kinder, truer, better way. Now, of course, there's gonna be casualties.
We're thieves. In a world that don't want us no more.
We are dreamers in an ever duller world of facts. Now, I'll give you that, but come on. We got the day. It's nice out. Old Hosea says that there's a creek around here. I reckon it's full of fish.
Du willst angeln gehen. Na ja klar, in der Stadt kann er sich ja nicht blicken lassen. Okay, Bro, gehen wir angeln. Aber ein Kaffee wäre schon cool. Kann ich vielleicht noch einen Kaffee trinken? Hier ist das Lagerfeuer irgendwo. Der bleibt sowieso bestimmt gleich irgendwo stehen. Zeig uns doch mal diesen Bach, in den du gepisst hast. Ja, ich komme mir schon. Gibt's halt keinen Kaffee. Scheiße. Jetzt vorhin gehen wollen. Hübsches Pferd. Wo ist Borgia? Da. Guten Morgen, Pferdchen. José kommt auch mit. Schicke Weste,
Why
das
don't we just
gefällt
fish
mir.
here? There's a whole lake of them.
Because I need to get out for a bit. Me and the old guard. Before any of them back there, oh, there was us.
A curious couple and their unruly son.
It feels good here. You did well finding that spot, Arthur.
More Charles than me.
It's like I can breathe again, thick and soupy as this air is. Might even do your whistling pipes some good, Hosea.
I was once in this country with Bessie. Ah, feels like a lifetime ago.
It was a lifetime ago. What a life we have lived.
Hier
How
steht
well
bestimmt
we have
irgendwo eine
fought.
Truhe,
Especially both of you.
I hope so.
die man nochmal
Now,
aufbauen kann.
when things are desperate, We have to stick with the plan. Make enough money, then find somewhere where nobody will find us. But we don't have to hide.
Like where?
I got some ideas hatching, but I need you with me, not against me. Both of you.
Of course.
Still, we do need money. So keep a low profile, especially in the local town. After Valentine, I want everyone on best behavior here. No trouble. But start turning over the soil and the rocks. See what turns up.
Dutch, we've got to be discreet.
Imagine what a slew of rich simpletons there must be down here. Oh, this is perfect for you, Hosea. You'll be able to play them like a fiddle.
Nothing would give me greater pleasure, but
No buts. Not today. We fish and we enjoy the day.
Tja, ich wette, dass irgendein paar
Looks like
Driscolls
law up
oder
ahead. Play it
diese
cool.
Rhodes-Typen uns den Tag versauen werden. Aber mal sehen. Ein Zug. Ein Zug versperrt den Weg.
Hello, gentlemen. Well, look what the cat drug in.
I seem to have gotten myself in a spot of bother.
Quiet back there.
Let's see if we can't sort this out. How are you, boys?
Fine.
This is quite some country you have here.
We like it well enough.
Hoagie McIntosh, at your service.
Lee Gray. This is my
McIntosh?
deputy Archibald McGregor.
It's good to meet you.
You a Scot?
Partly. The best part.
Of course.
Now, tell me, sir, what did the silly, fancy fop back there do? Nothing too terrible, I trust.
He was accused of running a gold mining investment scam.
Oh, no. I'm sure he wasn't. He is a magician. I know him. He's a fool, but he is not a bad fellow. Now, can we just...
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shit! The
Sollen wir die
Anderson
einfangen?
boys!
Bestimmt.
I can't have more scandal!
Help us to help, my friend. Arthur,
Chase wanted man.
and take Archibald with you.
Just what I signed up for. Come on, big guy.
Perhaps we can discuss the foolish
Na dann mal
magician.
los.
Let's
After the
go
train.
after that train. And do not shoot them, you hear me? Come on, hurry.
Whoa.
All right.
Come on, we're losing them.
Will you relax? We're not losing them. Hurry up, David.
Faster, come on. What's your name, sir?
Arthur Callahan.
Faster, Mr. Callahan, please. My neck is on the line here.
I get it. I'm doing my best. So what are these fellas wanted for?
Oh, the Anderson boys? Robbery, murder, kidnapping. They're the lowest of the low.
Looks like the son of a bitch is gonna make it. You sure I can't just shoot him?
No, did I not say that?
You've said plenty.
You all are a goddamn joke!
Idiot. Now get after the others, come on. The train is slowing down to go through the station. Now's our chance. Get to the side of the train. See the flat carriage? Head for that. Get us as close as you can. You think you can jump on there?
Me? Why me?
Because you ride like my grandmother.
You cop bastard! I didn't do nothing! Damn you! That's enough! Damn it!
In dein Gesicht, Junge. Lass mich mal Ruhe. Und euch was da kriegt ihr auch noch. Naja.
Where you gonna run to?
Wäre doch gelacht, wenn ich euch nicht kriege.
Come on, shitbag!
Go, get after them.
Bastard! Damn bastard! Get the hell away from me!
Gonna be dead.
So hab ich meinen Hut wegen dir verloren, das soll wohl nicht wahr sein. Put in dein Gesicht. Und mein Hut. Und weiter.
You're only making it worse. I'm coming for you next.
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train. It's just us then, lawman. Come here.
Don't do
We
that.
need to bother.
Let me go.
Can't do that.
Try at least. Just don't kill him.
Wow. Jetzt reicht's aber. Oh, der schlitzt mich die ganze Zeit. Das darf ja nicht wahr sein.
Come on. I don't think I can open the door from the outside, unfortunately. Watch yourself. He's dirty as
Aua, nein. Puh. Ja, das war's. Hallo? Ja, voll abgestochen, alles klar. Blöder Wichser. Ich muss den töten, geht ja gar nicht anders. Ich meine, der bedroht mich mit dem Messer, was soll ich tun?
Just you and me now, pal.
I'm gonna ride ahead and stop the train. It's just us then, lawman. Come here.
We need to bother.
Let me go.
Can't do that. At
Come
least
on.
try.
Come on. Don't kill him.
Sadly so.
Do it. Just and then we'll take him in, all right? Tempting as it might be, do not kill him.
Wie kann ich hier keine Gesundheit auffüllen, Mann?
I'm right out here if you need me.
This time,
Du blöder Wichser.
Hello? Everything all right in there?
well, I don't think he's dead. I think I won the fight. Ouch.
Gut auf die Fresse gekriegt auf jeden Fall. Na los. In das Menü. Hebt den auf.
Bring him out here.
Deputy,
Sounded like quite a commotion. Is that him?
I sincerely hope so.
Old Anders Anderson.
So what now?
Take him in, come on. A fine job, well done. And a pat on the back for me for stopping the
Eigentlich
train.
kannst du den ja
Load
tragen,
Anders
ne?
onto the back of your horse there, and we'll take him to
Natürlich
Sheriff
nicht.
Gray. There you go. You are a natural. All right, let's take him in. Follow me.
What about the others?
Oh, we'll round them up. Anders back there is the brains of the operation, and that's really saying something.
You're the boss.
That was mighty impressive, sir. I have to admit. I'd hazard a guess you've served the law yourself at some point.
Well, I
Selbstverständlich.
wouldn't exactly say that.
Are you familiar with the area here?
No, not really.
On your right here, these tobacco fields? This is part of Caliga Hall, big estate belonging to the Gray family.
Okay.
Looks bone dry.
Yes, we are in dire need of some rain round here, let me tell you. The Grays have lived in Caliga Hall for generations. Fine people. My family's been working for them for years. Sheriff Gray's the one I know best, of course, but they own half the businesses in town.
Which town?
Rhodes, sir. You don't know it? Where we're headed right now. Ain't what it was before the war, but it has its charms. I'm sure you already know of the Braithwaites.
Like I said,
Nope.
just got down here.
Another big family in these parts. They have an estate west of here. Awful people, truly awful. They've been
Ich würde
fighting
euch
with the
bestimmt
Greys
nicht, wenn
for
ich
as
die ein
long
bisschen
as I can
erleichtere.
remember.
Sounds like quite the place you got here.
We're gonna bear left here.
Ja, ich weiß. Aber ich werde gleich nochmal nach Valentine reiten, beziehungsweise dahin reisen. Erstmal werde ich zum Lager gehen und dann dahin reisen.
Yeah, you're a strong one, boy.
Weil da ja immer noch das
Here we
Zeug
are.
für die
Welcome to
Schafstunde-Aktion ist.
Up there on your left is the Rhodes Parlor House.
Also das Geld.
Very reputable saloon owned by the Gray family. We also have a general store, gunsmith, post office, train station, of course.
What more do you need?
Very little. Oh, good, they're back. And that's your friend, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna stop just ahead on the right, outside the sh- Just bring them here.
Hey, fellas.
Mr. Gray! We got him.
Very good. I told you Arthur would deliver. Man has a passion for justice.
That's wonderful.
So, about my friend here?
Your idiot friend is free to go. But no more trouble from you, partner.
I promise you, this was all just a big misunderstanding. However, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I'll pretend to appreciate that. Mr. McIntosh, it has been a real pleasure. The mostly good citizens of Rhodes, we welcome.
Well, we're just honored to be here.
And make your friend behave. We got enough trouble from some of the residents, old-timers who've gone, sadly, to seed and lost their dignity.
How terrible.
Okay.
Come along now. I will keep this fellow on the straight and narrow.
Come back and see us sometime soon. Excuse me, gentlemen. Bo, these better be ugly rumors. Is it true you were seen talking to that wretched Penelope Braithwaite?
I can't thank you enough.
Where have you been?
Around,
And where you staying?
I'm renting a caravan on the edge of town behind the church. It's horrible, but no one comes looking. The whole town is trapped in this interminable feud between the two families. His lot, Gray's, and Braithwaite's.
Interesting.
Two old plantation houses, falling out, rebel gold, marrying cousins or not marrying.
Arthur, Jose, you start poking around. See what you can find out about that.
I have missed you, boys. I've heard about bounty.
Well, there's been a price on my head for 13 years. It'll take a month to find us down here, and it seems like we can have a little sport.
Well, they're good bounties.
Where you hear this?
Some fellas I met at a camp near the state line said there was talk of it in bars in the north and west for 500 miles. There was talk of super agents, some said.
Super agents. I'd love to meet one. It's just talk.
These
I'm
pinkeln
sure it
guys.
is, but I could not tell you.
Stay out of trouble.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All of the forest bitch.
Okay, so these two plantation families. Arthur, you start sniffing around the Gray's place, see what the story is there.
Yeah, I passed by it earlier with our friend, Archibald.
Good. Hosea, you see what you can find out about these Braithwaites.
All right. Thank you, Arthur.
Quite a fishing trip.
There's still time.
Ja, Mann.
I'm up for it.
How about you, Arthur? Or have you had enough of the chase for one day?
Lass uns angeln
Sure,
gehen, warum nicht?
why not?
Great. Hosea, why don't you lead us to that spot you were talking about? Kinda like this place.
Okay. Let's see if we can avoid any more excitement.
Dafür bin ich auch. Alle pfeifen erstmal nach den Pferden.
Okay, fella.
All right, gentlemen. Follow me.
It'll take more than that, boy.
So how far is this creek?
It's a bit of a ride still, and it's not a creek. It's the same lake we camped on, just a different pipe. It'll be worth it.
Verstehe.
I saw some big drum and sturgeon there. Should be rock bass, bluegills, perch, pickerel too. It's a good spot.
We'll see if you're as good at catching fish as you are at catching criminals, Arthur.
Trelawney owes me for that.
Trelawney owes everyone for something, but his information is good.
Plus, we are now ingratiated with the local law.
Ah,
I'd say it was a worthwhile diversion all around.
Trelawney's like a bad penny.
I'm not sure how good a magician he is, but he's certainly good at disappearing when he feels like it.
Where does he go?
Everywhere and nowhere, it seems. We wouldn't have got Sean back if he hadn't been weaseling around down that way, though.
Hey, Dutch, remember that time you found him in the outhouse?
Oh, yeah. We hadn't seen him in weeks. We stopped in some dead-end town in the middle of nowhere. Don't even remember the name.
You and Bill were off doing something, Arthur.
So, we pick up some supplies. I go to relieve myself. Open the door, and there's Trelawney, sitting there, newspaper in hand. Mr. Vanderlyn. I say, what the hell are you doing here? And he said, I could ask you the same thing. Now, if you wouldn't mind giving me a little privacy, I ate a rotten oyster.
Oh man.
Hey, maybe there are actually 100 Trelawneys.
What a terrible thought.
Das wollte ich eigentlich nicht. Ich wollte eigentlich wissen, wie viel Munition ich habe. So viel ist es nämlich gar nicht. Aber es reicht aus. Falls wir noch Stress kriegen, habe ich definitiv genug dabei. Repetierkarabiner. Tudu.
I saw some boats around last time. Be good to get to deeper water.
Das stimmt, ja.
Yes, over there on the shore. I'm sure nobody would mind if we borrowed one of these. Come on. Easy.
Stay here.
All right. This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
I got a good feeling about fishing here. It's supposed to be some incredible sturgeon. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Let me row. You boys are too old for real labor no more.
You're too dumb for anything else.
You're still too quick for me, old man.
I enjoy picking on children. Now take us to the deeper water and pray for good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do too. Get us a bit deeper.
Pipi im AFA. Schultertraining erstmal richtig reinhauen.
think here's good.
All right. Good luck, gentlemen.
Here at dawn or dusk. That's when you catch the best fish. We should use a lake... For that'll give us a much better chance of hooking something big like a sturgeon.
Strong with a good old worm.
Oh, worms are good for tiddlers like bluegill and rock bass, but you'd have to be real lucky to catch a sturgeon with one.
Lures
Så
it
var
is,
det
then.
en knapp här.
You heard the expert, Arthur. Let's bait up.
Keep the lure moving slowly on the water so it looks like a little fish just asking to be eaten. Fish on the line, Arthur.
I think that's a bite. Got him?
That feels like a bite. There we go. Shit, got away.
Nej, habe ich ihn?
Hey, look at this beauty.
There you go.
Ja, das hat sich
Well
doch
done,
gelohnt.
Arthur.
They can grow a lot bigger than that. Fella told me he once saw a monster lake sturgeon near the mouth of the river, just southwest of Saint Denis. 50-pounder, he reckoned.
50
I would like
Pfünder
to see
schätzt er,
that.
alles klar.
Hey, Hosea. You remember that time we sent Arthur out fishing? He came back with 3 beautiful bass.
Not this again.
I don't think I do.
Oh, yeah. You do. He was maybe 20. 21. Walked in all full of himself. We had a big feast. Toasted him all night.
This was 15 years ago.
Oh, I remember now.
Then, the next week, Arthur and I are at the market, and Fishmonger calls out, "So how did you enjoy those bass?"
Look, you can fish, or you can go drinking all day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
You're getting the hang of this.
Und noch so ein fettes Vieh.
I used to go fishing with this feller back in the day. Wesley, his name was. Real miserable bastard, but he loved to fish. We go out all the time. But one day, we were river fishing when we see a funeral procession going over the bridge, and out of the blue, Wesley stands up, takes off his hat, bows his head. Then he sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, "Wesley, that was nice of you." And he replies, "Well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, dear God. I might swim to shore.
Just gotta reel him in now, Arthur.
Remember those big salmon I caught in Montana last year? We had a banquet planned that night until Copper went and scoffed the lot.
You never had control of that dog.
He had some spirit, though. Never lost the puppy in him, right to the end.
You know, I remember us
Sorry,
saying how
Copper,
Blackwater was the furthest east we'd ever been. As a group, I mean.
Feels like the more we try to head west, the
Interessant.
further east we end up.
We had all those safe spots picked out to lie low in New Austin after the ferry job.
I liked it there. Still open and wild, the way it should be. Somehow the desert makes you feel closer to the sky.
No point us trying to get back that way anytime soon. Pinkertons have patrols out all over tall trees and Great Plains. We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse. Plans change. That's just how life goes. Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh.
You hooked him? Nicely done, Arthur.
Na, der ist ein bisschen klein.
I got a bite. Ha! Got ya! Well, worth keeping, that one.
Fischi, 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 fischi. Hm? Wie angestrengt er da steht, ey.
You got a bite.
That's on the hook, Arthur.
Komm her.
There you go. That's a nice one.
Er holt sie alle mit seiner Bambusrute. Da ist der Fischer, der Teich leer.
Arthur's pleased with that one.
Na komm, einer geht noch.
Looks like you got a bite, Arthur. Now reel him in, Arthur.
Not
Immer
bad.
das gleiche irgendwie. Immer dieselben Fische. Naja gut, warum sollte man auch immer... Warum sollte man auch was anderes erwarten, wenn man immer dasselbe tut?
Keeping that one, eh?
So, ich würde mal sagen, das reicht mir.
Hey, I reckon we call it a day, fellas.
Already?
You ain't been chasing down outlaws.
All right. Think we got a decent haul here. Pearson will be happy. Should we head back?
We could keep the boat not too far back to camp from here.
Good idea. Could be useful.
What about the horses?
Well, they'll find their way back.
Just follow the shore south, Arthur.
That was fun.
Ha
Thank you, boys. Now, Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay.
Ein Lied, ja,
All right,
hast du.
I got one for you. I asked that gal to give me some.
I asked that gal to give me some. She says wait until the taters is done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. I couldn't wait till the taters was done. Threw her on the floor and I knocked off some. I wish to God I'd passed her by. I wish to God I passed her by. Taters got burned and so did I.
That was pretty good. But you know, what song we should be singing?
What?
Well, look at us. 3 mariners.
Ah, of course.
Well, we be 3 poor mariners newly come from the seas. We spend our lives in jeopardy while others live at ease. Shall we go dance this round, round, round? Shall we go dance? dances round, around, around. And he that is a bully boy, come pledge me on this round, round, round. We care not for martial men that do our state's disdain, but we care for the merchant men that do our state's maintain. To them we dance this round, around, around. To them we dance this round, around, around. And he that is a ground up, ground up, ground up, ground up, ground up, ground up. Oh, bravo! Bravo! Well, you know, we should not let the folks back at camp think we had too much fun.
Indeed not.
Ich glaube nicht, dass es besonders hinderlich ist, aber wenn du meinst, okay. Ja, da ist der Steg endlich.
All right.
Bitte hat mir eine Belohnung mein Zelt gelegt für die Pomade. Okay.
Well, I mean, we gonna be okay. I know. Oh, I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.
Tja, schlecht sieht's nicht aus.
I'll give these fish to Pearson.
Ah, endlich mal ein Silberabzeichen. Lange ist es her. Fangen und bringen Anderson innerhalb von 5 Minuten 30 Sekunden. Fangen mit Dutch und José einen Fisch. Ohne getroffen zu werden. Ja, das wäre mies.
I've been real worried. What do you want?
Don't be like that. Just a few bucks. I'm short.
Get lost.
Well, I'll go try someone with a heart.
You do that.
Mach das. Viel Spaß, viel Erfolg vor allem. Hier habe ich Strauss. Der hat wieder irgendeine Aufgabe für mich. Glaube ich. Aber jetzt nicht. Nein, danke. Ach was, nee, doch nicht. Ich wollte gerade sagen. Oh, die Zelte sind ja verbessert. Revolvermunition HG, dankeschön. 6 Schuss, immerhin. Na denn. Hey Tilly. Wo willst du hier Domino spielen? Nach da am Tisch. So Leute, ich mache auch gleich Feierabend hier. Ich wollte nur noch Mr. Pearson etwas Fisch vorbeibringen. Getroffen. Auch gut. Der verpisst sich gerade. Na gut, wenn der nicht möchte, dann auch okay. Gehe ich pennen. So, einen auf den. Ich werde jetzt speichern und hier mache ich dann das nächste Mal einfach wieder weiter. Ich schätze mal morgen Abend, morgen Vormittag werde ich zu tun haben. Also, auf bald. Das war's erstmal wieder aus dem Wilden Westen. Mit eurem Outlaw Deelarous. Ciao, ciao.